Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Hadi, and if you're new here, welcome. So, today's video, it's just basically what it is. A woman should never allow a man to treat her like trash. My sisters, you deserve better. So, without fluffing around, let's get right into this video. So this is kind of a story, but at the same time, there are certain things that we can learn from this particular situation. So a couple of days ago, a friend called me and she said, there's this friend that I want you to speak to. You don't know her because when everybody knows that you kind of, I wouldn't say I'm not a therapist by any means, but I just know stuff, and I tend to know how to encourage people to make people see themselves in a different light and to see situations in a different light. So she called me and she was like, I really need you to talk to this friend. So she gave me a little backstory about what is going on, and basically the backstory is this. So this young lady, I think she's about in her late, I think she's about 26 or so, and she's in a relationship with this guy. They're just dating. They're not married by any means, but they are living together and they have two daughters. Two, I think one is 3 years and one is going to 2 years, and they live together in London. And basically the relationship started well. The guy is older than her. I think he's in his 40s, so he's way older than her, which she thought, or which kind of, looking at it from the outside, it seems okay, because then you have an older man who can take care of you, who has more experience in life, who knows better, who has dated before, and who is ready to just settle down because he has seen so much and basically is ready. But that is not how the relationship is obviously going. So this guy is not treating this young lady properly. He's living at home with the two daughters, young babies that are less than 5 years old. He's hanging out with girlfriends and he's doing all this rubbish. So she said, please talk to her. She can shed light on more issues that she wants you to talk about, or she wants to tell you. She really wants to talk to somebody. And I was like, okay, no problem. Give me a number. And I called this lady and we started talking. And immediately she started crying because, okay, like, sister, I know, which is kind of sad because it was around the Christmas period. She was crying. So I was like, okay, darling, what is really going on here? I can see that you are hurting. I can see that things are not going on well with you. What is really going on here? Guys, just bear with me with this video, okay? Just bear with me. So she started spilling the beans. So apparently, this guy has been cheating on her with different women. Like I said, he's been living at her home with his two daughters. And there was a time she did find, or she did check on his phone, and she discovered that he was dating a particular girl, which he apologized for and knelt down and begged her and said he wasn't going to date this particular girl anymore and that they are done. And I'm going to get back to that story because that is the main reason for this video. Anyway, other things are going on. He abuses her physically in front of the kids, like literally hit her, like kick her, like she'll be crying like crazy. Those two babies will be like, mommy, stop crying, mommy, don't cry. Oh God, this is so heartbreaking. He cannot, I tell you this, try this with a Caucasian woman, but you know how it is. Black men, or some black men, expect black women to take rubbish, and some black women, they will not report. So the first report issues to the police. So the first thing I asked her was, have you ever called the police on his ass? Because you should. I assume that you've done that at some point. And she was like, no, I don't want to report him to the police. I don't want people to say I'm the one who sent him to jail. I'm the one who, because obviously he's an immigrant. I don't want people to say that I'm the one who got him here. I'm the one who got him into trouble. I'm like, okay, before we get to the other part, this guy might kill you. Do you realize that? Like, it might hit you somewhere and you might not recover and you might just fall down and die. So she was quiet on the phone. I said, okay, now apart from you don't like yourself. Now your daughters, do you realize that if anything happens to you, Your parents, your family, you don't have any sisters or brothers in the UK, just yourself. Your children are going to go into the system. And because they are blacks, they are going to treat them like trash in the system. You are going to destroy the lives of these two beautiful girls. I said, do you realize that? She was quiet. I said, obviously, the man, of course, is established is a trash. But you do not like yourself. Just like most black women, you just want to be in a relationship because you want to be in a relationship and you think you love this man. And I told her, I said, you don't even love yourself because before you can love somebody else, you have to love yourself. I said, obviously, you have told this man that I don't love myself. I am worthless. I am nothing. So that is why he's been hitting you, abusing you repeatedly, and you've been taking it. And he tried it the first time. He saw that, what can she do? She's okay with it. That is why he's been doing it. I think now you guys have two children. You are passing that same abuse and you are allowing your daughters to see this abuse. I said, let's say, for example, thank God you did not die from this abuse. You, for whatever reason, you stayed in this relationship and the abuse kept going on and going on, and you are still alive. And your daughters are growing up in this environment. I said, do you know what you're doing? You are setting these girls up to fail in life. Even before they have a chance, you have set them up to be toxic because that is how they will grow up. They will be feeling worthless because then it will not just hit you, it will pass that hatred or whatever it is to your daughters, and it will be talking trash about you to them, and then it will be talking trash about them and telling them how useless they are because they are just like their mother. And she was, as I'm talking to her, she was crying. I'm saying, listen, I'm the kind of person that gives tough love. I do give tough love a lot because sometimes we all need the truth. Anyway, moving on. Now, fast forward to Christmas. So, for whatever reason, she saw his phone. And that same girl, you remember the girl, he begged her that he was no longer dating, he was no longer seeing. Oh, forget it. He was still seeing that same girl. They are still dating. They are having sex. So obviously, according to her, she saw some sex video on his phone with that same girl. And she saw messages between them. Apparently, the guy smokes weed and she doesn't. So the guy smokes weed with that lady. The lady, she's a single mother. I think she has two children. They smoke weed together. So basically, he is with that woman because they do certain things together. You see how men will say, I want a wife material. You understand? They will marry or be with somebody that they have no commonalities with and cheat on somebody and cheat on them with somebody else that they have certain commonalities with, if you know what I mean. Anyways, so this guy is doing all these things and she confronted him. And according to her, the first thing he did was punch her eyes, like hit her in the face in front of those two kids. How dare I ask him about this lady? So what? And the part that really got her was, he told her, yes, I'm seeing this lady. What can you do about it? He told her straightforward and he started showing her pictures of other women that he is seeing, showing her text messages of other women that he is seeing. And it was like, listen. And she was like, okay, another thing she said, it was during Christmas, like I said. She was asking that she wanted to fix her hair, that she needed to buy her weaves, that she needed money. So it was like he refused to give to her. So she saw the messages that he sent to that girl that I hope you liked your weave. I know he sent her, the girlfriend, to buy her weaves. So she was like, oh, the guy told her now, like, listen, you see, I didn't give you money to fix your weave, but I gave my girlfriend money to fix her hair. You understand? So he was not even hiding it anymore. Do you know why? Like I said to her, I said, because you have told him before with your character over and over again that you are rubbish, that you don't matter, you don't know your self-worth, you don't have value. I said, that is why he is progressed from is getting toxic and more toxic with you every day. I said, so what are you going to do? I said, because before I say what I want to say, you already know the answer as a woman. So what do you want to do? So she was like, I'm going to leave him. I'm going to leave him. I'm going to take my kids. I'm going to go. I said, okay. And why are you still there? She said, okay, I'm still here because I'm waiting for something. I'm expecting something. And when that thing comes, I'm going to leave. Okay. I'm like, okay. I can't force you. I can't tell you to leave right now. Girl, this is your situation. But what I can tell you is this. Think about your child. Think about those children, because every day you spend in that house with somebody that treats you like this is going to get more toxic for these children. These are innocent children that God gave to you. They were like plain book, and now you are writing it more toxic things into their life and teaching them how horrible their life would be. Oh, to cut long story short, we spoke about it, and because when people are going through things like this, you have to give them time to make up their own mind. You are just there to just encourage them, and that is what I've been doing. I've been calling her, I've been checking on her and making sure. She said she's still waiting for whatever she's waiting for. She didn't tell me what it was, but she's still there in the house. So I told her, I just gave her some advice. And so one of the advice I give to her is this: girl, until you are ready, just do you in that house. Try and mind your business. Try and stay away from him so he doesn't hit you anymore. And if he's going out, girl, allow him to do him. Don't check his phone so you don't get yourself hurt. Just take one day at a time. Try and meditate. Try and be positive, and you will get there. When you are ready, and you will leave. Now, what can we learn from this situation, my darlings? You don't have to get to this situation to start calling people for advice. Because most of the time, ladies, women who are in such abusive relationship, they know the answer, but they don't have the strength to move forward. They don't have the ability to go forward. For whatever reason, they are holding on to the past love or what the man used to be. So they are holding on to his former self when they started the relationship, how he was kind to them. And that is what they see. They don't see that this man is a monster, that he had on another personality. He came in with a mask, and now the mask is off. Another thing I noticed with black women is black women don't know how to call the police until the situation is so out of hand. That is the truth. A white woman will call the police like this on you, brother. They will call the police on your ass, your trashy ass. They call the police on anything. Imagine a man hitting her in the house. But black women, we are conditioned to stay in rubbish, in trash. Why would you be in a situation? Because, like I said, she doesn't like herself. Most black women, not most, but some black women don't even like themselves. Because if you like yourself and your children, your priority is supposed to be for yourself and for your children, because you will get better, because you will survive without that man. I promise you, you will do better without him. It is not the end of life. It could just be a bump on the road. When you leave that man, you will see that God will guide you to where you need to be in life. But you need to make that decision to leave that kind of trashy relationship. When you don't love yourself, that is when you allow a man to hit you, allow a man to trash talk you and treat you like a dog, and you remain in that relationship because you are scared to do it by yourself. One question I always ask is this: what if the man dies? Are you saying that you will die with this man? Are you not going to live your life? So why not take it that this man is dead? Because obviously he is dead. He is a trash. Why would you want to invest another day of your life with somebody who is this rubbish? Somebody that abuses you, hits you in front of the kids, that doesn't even care about your welfare as a human being. So, my darling ladies, you don't have to take trash. No matter how long you have been with a man, you can move, you can start again, you can do better, and you will do better. That is the truth. You will think that you will not do better. You will think that you will not be able to survive with kids if you have some. And even though you don't have kids, you will think that, oh, God is going to like me now. I'm in my 30s, who is going to love me? I'm in my 40s, who's going to love me? My darling, I promise you, you will start again with the right mentality. It will take you time to heal. You will heal. You will take the break that you need, and you will be fine. You don't have to let people treat you how you want them to treat you. Work on your confidence. Work on yourself. Tell him to just move. Send him out. You will be fine. That is all I can say on this video, my darlings. And I wish you all the best. This 2022, we move forward and not backward. We will be better as Black women. We can do better. Anyway, my beautiful ladies, and I'll see you. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like my videos so my channel can grow. And I will see you on my next one. Adios.